Just go. It's ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a pleasure really talking with you guys. You guys know really I'm into entertainment. Of course, I always have this conscientious part of me that I always make sure I have to share with everybody. But right now, as you're seeing, on my left-hand side here, you have been wondering who already is around. Ladies and gentlemen, with you is Miss Laura Tinzel. Sorry, Mrs. Laura Tinzel of Tinzel Empowerment.
That's right.
Yeah. And today we'll be discussing a lot about the success secrets of a strong woman. And that's deep. Now you guys will understand exactly who is the real mother of the world and how the synopsis is going to help you with whatever she has to give you as teaching, as a conscious mind that will open up to a better world for each and all. So please, we'll start in, but of course, let her say exactly what she has to say. It's really a pleasure having you.
Yes, hi Jeffrey. I'm really blessed to be sitting here beside you.
Amen.
I'm one of your #1 fans.
Thanks.
This is my small brother and he's doing so well. I'm really very proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, I'm here to talk a little bit about the upcoming International Women Empowerment Summit. I always use the word international because most often when people see me, they always turn to identify this as a Cameroonian thing, kind of a Cameroonian thing, because I am, a born Cameroonian, but I always say international because it is for women, it is for any women. We have our motto this year. One of our mottos is different women, different countries, different stories, one goal.
In short, the world as it is.
Yes.
So let's go straight into it. So tell me exactly what was the motivation? What's the goal about it? I know there are a lot of branches, but please open up, please.
Yes. Okay. So let me just I just tackled it from one perspective. This afternoon, I met somebody and we were conversing, and I told her I have 5 kids. And she just went, "Wow, did you say 5?" I was like, "Yes." And she said, "Oh my God, 5?" And I wasn't surprised at that reaction because that is the normal reaction I get when people, even from the time I started, when I had 3 kids, people already started wowing and then they always come with these comments like, "Oh, how do you do it? Isn't it stressful? You don't look stressed up at all. You always look good. You're so slim." And just asking me all these things. And then at some point, I was like getting irritated. I was like, "Hello, people, what do you really want from me? How do you expect to see me then? Do you want to see me going around the streets crying or carrying one child on one arm, on the other child here, and just being stressed up and everything?" But I decided to, when I came to start really thinking about this and just meditating on it, I realized that, yes, it is kind of strange to see a woman with, let's say, with 5 kids looking happy, looking stressed up, because society has kind of put women into a box, and they have kind of told us the number of children we can have, which is normal. They've kind of told us these are the kind of jobs we can do. They've kind of told us this is how you should dress. They've kind of given us rules which we should not dare break out of. When you begin to break out of that, you look strange. So the reason why I started this Women Empowerment Summit is to tell my sisters, is to tell women all over the world that there is no magic to it. You can be and you can do whatever you set your mind to be.
Yeah.
When I started having kids, I thought 2 was the maximum I could handle. But then came the 3rd, and then the 4th, and then the 5th, and I'm still standing. And I'm not just a mother, I'm an author. I'm a moderator. I organize conferences. I do so many other things, All this, still taking care of my home, still taking care of my children, still taking care of my husband, But I want to tell women that it is possible for us to be all these things that we want to be and still be okay and not be mad. We can be lawyers, we can be mayors, we can be everything. Anything you set your heart on, you can be. You just need the right mindset. And your road is open. It's gonna work out.
That's a nice goal. I think she has said it all for women. You know exactly which path you should take already. It's really like a one empowerment part that I personally sitting here, I was like, okay, let's see exactly what was deep inside, because not a lot of people knew where I was going to. Why am I a man sitting to talk about, the secrets of the women and then empowering women in some way? But then when you understand, like with the mom, actually my mom also had 7 kids,
Yes.
with a lot of, uncountable actually grandchildren right now. She can't really count the number because they're close to 14. And then I understand like this is really like, these are the pioneers of the world.
Yes.
Actually, it's the pioneers of the world, and they need to understand themselves as queens to be able to empower each and other. Because if each queen understood her valuable assets, what she has just as a conscience, what she has as a mind, what she has as the spirit, they say the woman's brain is the most complex. So imagine a woman who has understood her complexity and is ready to share with the world. That is women empowerment. Now I understand one of the goals.
Exactly.
No problem.
And just to say something about this, I was on an interview a few weeks ago, a radio interview, and the interviewer asked me, can you give us an example of a strong woman? I don't know what he was expecting. I don't know exactly what he was expecting, but I told him that my example, my role model, first of all, I told him, you're setting me up because there are so many women who are going to be mad at me because I didn't call their names, because there are just so many strong women out there. But for me, my role model of a strong woman is my mom.
Same.
It's my mom, because this woman raised 6 kids and she was still able to head the nursery school for 40 years, impact so many other lives. I mean, when she was going on retirement, there were people from all over the world who made videos testifying of how she had touched their lives in the nursery school. That is, to me, that is a strong woman. And then the interviewer asked me another question. He said, so Laura, who is a stronger woman? Is it somebody like Angela Merkel, who has the lives of 80 million people in her hands, or is it a woman who took care of 6 children? And I was like, that's a good question. Isn't it obvious?
Well, maybe.
Of course it's obvious, because there is no room for comparison.
Okay.
There is no room for comparison. When God gives you a purpose, He gives you the grace to do what He has called you to do. So, if He has given Angela Merkel the purpose of taking care of 80 million people, then He gives her the grace to take care of 80 million people. If He has given my mother the duty to take care of 6 children, He gives her the grace to take care of 6 children. There is no room for comparison. There's nothing like this woman is a stronger woman than this woman because of this. And that was so important to me, because in the world of women, we have this comparison. We always want to, box each other to the left and to the right. We don't want to support each other, because if I support you, she's going to shine, and then I won't be in the background and stuff like that. But the truth is that when great women come together, greater things happen. We need to come together, bring our ideas together, and support each other, because at the end of the day, we are all strong. We are all strong in our various areas, in our different places where the Lord has placed us. We just need to strive in those areas, and we are all strong. There is absolutely no room for comparison.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'll give you on that. I'll give you a good one on that. So, theme of this year, secrets.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Successful secret of a strong woman. Please. Are you going to start leaking some right now? No, just leak some. The audience is here.
I'm not going to leak any secrets. Get your tickets and come to Cologne on September 22nd and join us and get the live secrets.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So but let me just leak out a few.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Please be attentive.
I need to give them a little.
Please be attentive.
Women
be attentive.
Right?
Okay.
So this is the thing, Jeff.
Yeah.
This is the thing, Jeff. Why success secrets of a strong woman? There is this tendency that when you see a woman whom you consider strong, you see that woman. We just talked about Angela Merkel. When we look at Angela Merkel, we see a strong woman. We see Angela Merkel, we see the Chancellor. When we look at like the former mayor of my town, who is going to be the keynote speaker during the summit this year, we see her, we see Maria, we see the mayor. When we look at maybe Laura, We see, oh, a mom of 5. We see her smiling. We see her signing books. We see her doing whatever thing. But we forget that behind this mayor, behind this chancellor, behind this author, there are little things that need to be done in the background. There are little pieces of the puzzle that need to be put together so that she can function, so that she can come out into the public and be that person, and be that mayor, and be that chancellor, and be that author, signing those books with the smile that we see. We need to work, put ourselves together with the children. We need to sort out the children. We need to sort out the marriage. We need to sort out our work with our partners in the organization, in the company. There is with our publisher. I have a publisher I work with. If things are not working well in the background with the publisher, I'm not going to be able to,
to feed the audience.
To feed the audience. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is so important because it is the foundation. When you need to build a house, what do? You dig right deep inside and lay the stones for the foundation. Those stones, which you put for the foundation, nobody sees them. Nobody sees them, right?
They're always under there, where the roots are. Yeah.
Yes, but that is what holds the house, the beautiful house that we see.
Yeah.
Without those stones, the house will not stand.
Yeah.
And that is what we want to talk about this year. We want to talk about those strong things that keep women together, that keep the house firm, so that we can move on with that vision. Because starting is so easy. Everyone can start something. So people always start things, but are you able to sustain it?
Consistency.
Are you able to remain consistent? Are you able to move forward? We need to sort out all those things in the background so that we can, deliver and move on and not get discouraged, on the way to fulfilling our mission.
Okay, now you have heard that, and from her speech pathology and the way, body and everything, the way she goes about it, you probably say, this is strong, and you're looking at a stubborn woman, kind of. You might think so. But I want to add something, because a lot of people always confuse this. They will say, like, you're kind of trying to sneak in some little feminist kind of views, or try to tell women to be stubborn or something. Like,
I've
remove
heard
those
that.
secrets. So
I've heard that. I've heard that. I don't know what it is, but men feel kind of attacked. They feel they're just excited when they hear this name, women empowerment. It's like, what did she say? Women empowerment? What is she trying to do? Some people have come to me and they've asked me, Laura, what are you up to? Are you trying to, to destroy marriages? Are you trying to teach women stubbornness? No. There is no way I can teach women stubbornness, because I am not a stubborn woman.
okay.
Okay? So if I want to share my secrets with you, my success secrets with you, stubbornness will never be one of them. The thing is that God has already created a kind of a ladder, kind of a system that cannot be destroyed. It cannot be broken. The man is the man. He is the head of the family, as the Lord has put it. And there is nothing we can do about that. The man who eventually becomes the father, he has a role to play. The husband has his role to play. The father has his role to play, which the mother cannot play. The mother, on the other hand, has her own role to play. And the Bible tells us, husbands, love your wives. And wives, be submissive to your husbands. And believe me, I've come a long way. I've been married now for 11 years, and I've come a long way to see that stubbornness will not take me anywhere. I've tried it, but I came to realize that it is only when I am able to allow my husband be the head. When I do that, he gives me the liberty to stand over him. That is the funny thing about it. And I've been telling men, you need to, because it's like a circle. It's like a circle. They just go hand in hand. When the wife is submissive to her husband, the husband automatically loves her. And when the husband loves his wife, the wife automatically is submissive to him. It just goes like that. You can't separate one from the other. So any woman who is trying to teach another woman to be stubborn, to be disobedient to her husband, or any man who is trying to teach his husband to be to be disrespectful to his wife, to maltreat her and all those things, you are not doing that person a favor. You're not doing that person a favor. You are, you really want that their downfall, so that is it. And I always say, in the end, when you as a husband, when you empower your wife, when you give your wife the liberty to live her dreams, to live her purpose, because again, God has given each one of us talents, strengths, gifts, and he's given us a purpose. He wants us to live out this purpose. He has given me the gift of talking, inspirational talking, practical theology, and all these things. You know that my husband is the one who inspires most of those talks. He's in the background, he inspires it, he gives me so many ideas, but he couldn't talk in the microphone. That is not his role. He has his own role to play. Together, we make a good team.
And he got your back always.
And he got my back always. And when he is working in his company, he's doing his things, I am there for him. Yesterday, I got up in the morning, I wanted to go jogging. And then my husband told me, Laura, I'm having a problem at work. And I said, I'm not going to go jogging. Come, let's pray. And then we prayed together. That is how it is. My husband's problem is my problem. My husband's success is my success. The other way around. My problem is his problem. My success is his success. So I'm not teaching women stubbornness. I'm not out for that. That is not what women empowerment is. Women empowerment is about giving women the strength to go out and live their purpose, to go out and make use of their talents, to be free to get education, to be free to do the kind of job that they want to do, and to be paid well for those jobs that they are doing. That's what women's empowerment is all about. In the end, it's all about justice, it's all about fairness, it's all about love and peace and harmony.
Oh, that is well said. So just to add a little tip of it, actually it's like the tips and clues, from my understanding, it's like she's giving tips and clues on how you can be able to find exactly your divine path as a woman, and then of course you follow that path.
It.
Because
yes.
It's pretty much that.
That's
Madam Laura, things up. Great honor.
That is true.
Most deaf. We are not done.
Hey, I thought we were done.
What? You are not escaping from me. You're going to give those secrets to these women, yeah. So queens and all princesses, you should understand, please. You have to be there to be able to have kind of like a savoir path to how your divine purpose can be, and please follow it. And trust me, I think there is much to gain being around there. So, speaking of, we know it's around here in Germany, of course.
It's in Cologne.
Okay,
Yeah.
And from what I'm seeing, Saturday, September 22nd.
That's correct.
Okay, from 10 to 8.
Yes, it's going to be a full day package because we don't want to do any half things, you know. We want you to take out that day and invest it so that at the end of the day, you would have, I don't know how I can put it, you would have
full satisfaction.
Yes.
At least a day's worth.
A day's worth.
A day's worth of life discoveries.
Yes, exactly.
How can you miss that?
How can you miss that? Really?
Come on, queens. You know what to do. All right. It was nice. I don't know where else to go about this, because all I know is a lot of people are going to really find themselves. They're going to find a big purpose of, in short, if they were confused or doubted any path they had, I think you are going to help them assert exactly what they want or what they need or how they are supposed to be. Because from the last one, I know it was not only queens were there, not only queens came, but I saw about families, because at least it's like without empowering the woman, it's going to be hard for a family to blossom.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So that is one key pillar that everybody will understand. So come in your numbers, please come get this love.
Exactly.
Get this love.
And just to say that the secrets that are going to be shared here, they are not only my secrets. There are going to be speakers from all over the world. Like I said, we are international. We have speakers from Germany. We have a business woman. This is a woman who started a company from scratch. She had nothing. Her talk, she's always calling her talks always from nothing to something. Today she has a company. She employs 50 different women in 5 states in Germany. We're going to have the former mayor, like I mentioned already. We're going to have a publisher from the UK. We're going to have a lawyer from Kenya. We're going to have all sorts of people. We're going to have a conference interpreter from Sweden. We're going to have a moderator from Hamburg. We're going to have women from all walks of life. I'm not going to reveal everything to you. You just come and be wowed by the women who are going to be there. We're going to be having singers. We're going to be having artists. We're going to be having... It's just going to be beautiful. It's going to be really an inspirational day. I just can't wait for it.
I can't wait to please come get these secrets because they're tired of sleeping inside this wonderful queen. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and one more thing, I just wanted to remind our listeners, you know, the early bird ticket was first set for August 15th, but we saw how they were going and people kept on telling us, oh Laura, my workplace, I need till the end of the month to really sort out, to really know whether I can make the day off and stuff like that. So it has been extended. I talked with my team, you know, because this thing I can't organize all alone. With my team, we decided to extend the early bird ticket to the 31st of August. So up to the 31st of August, you can get your tickets from Eventbrite for 50 euros. That's the sales price. From the 1st of September, tickets are going to cost 75 euros. And again, if you go to Eventbrite and you have any difficulties, maybe you don't have PayPal account or anything, you can always inbox me and you'll get information on how to do a direct transfer. So make use of this opportunity. It's going to be wonderful. We are already almost sold out. We have already half of the spaces are gone. So you hurry up and, you know, book your spot, because don't come to me tomorrow and say, oh, had I known.
And please remember, it's just like kind of like it's a beginning. So this is like a spring. Probably she doesn't know about this yet, but of course it's this kind of gifts that always come in. So this is like the German branch is about to really open up. So you're going to be having branches really international as the international speakers coming in. So don't be surprised. You're going to have successful secrets of a woman in Cameroon, successful secrets of a woman in Kenya, in Australia,
in Nigeria,
in Nigeria, in America.
In UK,
come on,
Sweden.
unite and understand yourselves, okay? Find your divine path, get there, you know, spread your peace and love, and remember, always stay focused, okay?
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Jeffrey. It was an honor, a pleasure. Thank you very much. God bless you.
You too.
And keep doing what you do. I'm really, really proud of you.
Same with you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
God bless you all.